Yesterday I was going through my news feed, and one of the first thing that pops up is this headline from a UK magazine. Tom Holland rushed to hospital following accident on set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I was like, oh no. And sure enough, there was an accident. Tom Holland was taken to the hospital, but it doesn't sound like it's too awful serious, as the folks over at Deadline tell us this. They write, Deadline can confirm that filming was suspended. He was taken to the hospital. That filming was suspended Friday as the actor was treated for what they're calling a mild concussion, and a source close to production says he will take a break out of precaution, but is expected to return to filming in a few days. Now, according to The Sun, Holland's injury happened during a stunt gone wrong. The outlet also reported that he since attended a charity event this weekend with co-star and fiancée Zendaya. Now, only The Sun has said that he went to this charity event. I saw another outlet refute that, so I don't know what the truth of that is. Like, some people are saying he was at a charity event. Some are saying he wasn't. Regardless. So Tom Holland, who we saw a bunch of images come out for Brand New Day where we see Tom Holland in the wires, like himself flopping up and down over some stuff. And then unfortunately something goes wrong. We haven't got the details on what went wrong yet, but that ended up taking him to a hospital, stopping production on the movie and giving him a concussion. All right. This is not good for a couple of reasons. One, Rob, every day, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars are being burned when they're not shooting, when the cameras aren't rolling. When they've started production and the cameras don't roll, it's costing a production of this size hundreds of thousands a day, maybe millions a day. Because they still got to pay everybody. They still have blocked off streets, like all that kind of stuff. And it disrupts the overall shooting schedule of a film as well. And not to mention it's your star. Rob, I remember Ann and I were talking about this when the pictures of Tom Holland in the wire work came up. And she kind of said, is it smart to have your star doing that when you can easily just put in a stunt person? And I said to Ann, well, I mean, yes, but this is probably clearly something that's very, very routine, probably very, very safe. Because that's the thing. If something minor goes wrong, like if a stunt person gets a concussion, that's terrible. But the production can go on. They can keep going with shooting. Tom Holland takes a tumble and bumps his head. You've now got 500 crew members standing around doing nothing that you're paying. And I think this is going to make Disney and Marvel take a good hard look at what do we consider simple and routine stunts, and how much do we actually want to have our guys doing them? Because regardless of how minor this injury is, the very fact that the report is saying they're going to pause production, this is going to cost them tons of money. It's going to disrupt their schedule. I'm sure they're going to be able to, Rob. We've seen this happen with other stars who get injured. They just rearrange the shooting and say, okay, we were going to shoot these people who aren't Tom Holland 4 days later. Let's just do them now, and we'll move things around. But still, even that's going to be a pain in the ass. Anyway, important thing here, Rob, is it sounds like it wasn't too major. It sounds like there were no serious injuries, although I don't care how minor a concussion is. You never want to mess around with that when you're talking about brain injuries. But it sounds like maybe it was minor. That's the important thing. Everybody's okay. But yeah, I don't know that you're going to see any more pictures, Rob, of Tom Holland in wires anymore. Anyway, you saw this. What was your reaction to it?
Well, first of all, you want to make sure Tom Holland is okay. I mean, obviously. And look, I've worked on many sets, and I have to say that the stunt teams have always made safety their number one priority. I have never been on a set. I mean, this for the last 4 decades. I have been on sets for 4 decades, but because of certain things that happened in, say, the early 80s and like the Twilight Zone disaster and all that stunt teams and the safety on sets has been of paramount importance to everyone. You know, sometimes there are accidents that happen, like what happened on The Crow and what happened on Rust. But for the most part, I got to give it up for the stunt teams because they're usually incredibly meticulously careful. That said, accidents do happen. and they sometimes they're minor accidents. They're things that might not have been able to be avoided. And the other thing, when you're working on a film of this size, they have what are called cover sets. Mostly they have cover sets for weather. So they have contingency plans. If they can't shoot what they were planning to do, they can, as you said, they can go shoot other things. I would imagine there's always room to shoot more second unit for these stunts because the stunt team can still work, and they can probably get whatever coverage they need to get. They can run whatever, other footage they need with someone's back to us or whatever. So they're probably still in production of some kind. It just might put back principal photography a little bit, but it sounds like hopefully Tom Holland is okay, and that no one else got injured. But it's still concerning. But on these movies, I'm actually, John, frankly surprised at some of the size and scope of these gigantic tentpole properties that we don't hear about more accidents simply because of how many moving parts there are. So it's a testament to usually how great and careful our people really are.
But, let me ask you this, Rob. I mean, obviously Tom Cruise is kind of the personification right now, the actor who wants to do his own stunts. And we know why he does. Like he just he believes it makes it all feel more real and it draws the audience in more. And I get that. But let's say you're the studio guy here, Rob, and the money that you're spending, and you find out that, we've got our star of the film dangling from wires above the ground, and then he got injured. Are you pulling in the production team at this point and saying, how about we not, for the rest of the production, put Tom in these situations? Or are you going to say, you know what? Like you said, accidents happen, flukes happen. Let's just try to be more careful. Or are you telling them, hey, don't put Tom in any more risky situations? What are you doing at this point if you're the studio guy here?
Well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I would say I would curtail that. I'm sure we've seen that they've been shooting for quite a while now, and at least Tom Holland's done a lot of stuff, but now with the technology that exists, there's really no reason to compromise an actor's safety. Now, I know like when Tom Cruise broke his foot on, was it Fallout, when he jumped across the, or what? Maybe
yeah.
it was one of the, and you saw that broken. That was a total fluke. And Tom Cruise, he puts it in his deal that he gets to fly in F-16 or F-14s and now F-18s, and so you have to kind of work around that. And then when something like that happens, but yeah, you've got to protect your star under any circumstances. So I would say that Tom Holland's days on doing his own stunts on this movie are over.
Guys, we want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Look, you and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right actually means you win. And with football back, there is no better time to get in on the action. You guys know I've been using PrizePicks for a while now, and it's honestly the most fun I've had engaging with the new football season already. For example, this weekend, I had Josh Allen throwing for more than 270 passing yards and Baker Mayfield having more than 2.5 passing touchdowns, and boom, I won on both. Building your lineups on PrizePicks is fast, simple, and honestly extremely fun. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and if you're right, you win. What's even better is that PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still win even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Plus, they've even got this thing called injury reboots, so if a player goes down in the first half, it won't count against you. And PrizePicks operates in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. So download the app today and use code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Tom Holland got taken to the hospital after an accident on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. It sounds like he's going to be okay, which is the most important thing here, of course. But question is for you. You're head of a studio. Are you telling your production team now, hey, no more pulling Tom up in the air on wires? Or are you saying, hey, listen, it's just part of it. Accidents happen. Keep going. I don't know. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.